Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Second and 15 now. Flacco, he's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. From the 38, Flacco, screen pass to Lindsay. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 3.
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco looking, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects? Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
First carry for Spencer Ware. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike, 58, right there. I know. Gun. You ain't going nowhere. 58's the Mike. 58.
Flacco. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jabal Sheard. Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now it's Flacco. And that is incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On second and 11 now. Brissett. Mike Purcell forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
On third down, this is where. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10.
Switch up, switch up. Check. 51.
They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose, and the Colts pick it up, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch, not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Run.
They run the draw play with Mack. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Watch the screen. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Another try after the first down sack. Brissett is going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 47 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Running on 1st down with Ware. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Brissett now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
36. Greystone, travel. Hurry up.
Now Flacco. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Colts take over
Good
first
work,
and
boys.
10
Let's go.
at their
Let's
own
go.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something as safe as...
It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brissett sets to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Chester Rogers, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. 65, 65. Listen, 65. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
To throw, Brissett. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here, because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Caught left side by Hilton. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And the Colts pick it up. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come up in an offset eye. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Brissett. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing, Brissett. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch twist.
Now Mack. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. And he's got his man Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Flacco. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Check 43.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Passing play. Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. Now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Setting up to throw, Flacco. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready. Lock it in.
Double dog. That's the way.
Wide.
Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. That one 28 yards on the ground.
A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Broncos.
Get hot, set. Ready.
50 to Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Back now in Indianapolis. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They toss to Freeman. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Tight end right. You got 3 down.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go again with Ware. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Brissett. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And the catch made by Hilton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, they run again with Ware. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
On second down, it's Mack. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check 24. Check 24.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run here with Mack. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Toss play. It's Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
3 bus.
Now Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And it's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Pressure mounting. Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Justin Houston, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Check, 47. Watch the run.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, come on. 47. Watch the out.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Colts, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,